Alright, not bad. Okay, today we are building a C1 Max. This is from Aipas, not actually a television screen in here. What you'll need for basically any e-bike build is a set of metric Allen keys, and some snippers are going to be your best friend. I'll show you why here in a second. I always keep the box on its side. It's a little easier to kind of let the bike roll out than trying to lift it out. Okay, that's not attached to the bike, so we do have, and we pull. And now we snip. Sometimes this is the longest part of building a bike, is snipping all these zip ties and plastic off. Alright, we'll check back in when everything's de-snipped. Okay, everything has been snipped. And now I'm going to kind of go over the order of operations here, because at this point it looks a little intimidating, but I'll show you what order we're going to go in, and then we'll walk through every step here. So first thing is we're going to do the stem and handlebars. Then we'll pop the seat in. Then we're going to do the front tire. Then we'll do the fenders, and then we'll do the rear rack. That'll do the basics of the bike, and then the final step is adding the pedals and making sure all the electrical's plugged in. It's pretty simple. Every e-bike's going to be basically the same, and you know, just really watch along if you have questions. If not, follow that order that I just said, and you're going to have a breeze putting this together. Okay, simple operation here. So this is going to go right through the top. And then as we tighten this, I believe it's a size 5 here. We're 6. This will add tension to the neck. So we do also, I want to make sure that that guy is facing the right direction. And then this looks perpendicular to the fork. And then we can do some fine tuning when we're done, but at least while we're building, we'll go ahead and lock it in here. Next, we're going to take off this guard to put the handlebars in. Electric screwdrivers help with this a ton. Okay, we'll line this up about right here. We'll put this cap on and start tightening it with our electric screwdriver. Not all the way here. We're going to get them all just kind of enough so it's snug, and then we'll do a final alignment before we tighten the rest in. So remember that when we put the tire on it, it's going to change the angle here, so we're going to overshoot it just a little bit and then lock everything in. Make sure it's nice and snug. I guess the seat can really be done whenever, so we might as well pop this guy in here so it's out of the way, checked off our list. Maybe get a little tighten. Boom. So to put this tire on, we're actually going to need to find the quick release, which should be in one of these boxes. So in our box full of the pedals and a toolkit, which frankly gets the job done, but we're going to use our own tools, we find the quick release. This will be added to the tire, and this thing is actually just for packaging. It keeps everything from bending, essentially. We're just going to throw this away. Okay, we can kind of tuck this brake caliper to the side and the headlight to the side. We're going to put this on the tire now. Now the brake side is going to be this side, so we line it up like this. We'll keep all of this on one side and take off the left side here. And a quick pro tip, we should put some grease on this, especially on some of these cheaper parts. I'm going to do a little extra here so that as we go through, it's going to leave a trace, and that'll be nice. Okay, and then we'll put this back on. So this, we're just going to do like 2 rotations here. And that should be enough to clear the gap for this. So we'll lift this up now, wheel this on. It should align pretty nicely. Okay. Now see these kind of claws? That'll go in right there. So we'll line them up. This one's tucked down here. Make sure that fits in. And we are now clear to start tightening. For the brake caliper, we're going to first undo both of these side bolts. Right about there should work. We will just finger tighten these until it's time to bolt them down. Okay, so now we got the headlight and the front of the fender on this. We'll loop it all in, and we'll take that from the top here. Ready? Alright, and then we'll put these on. Same size? Nice. Same thing on the other side. And in. Fender on. Okay, we'll put this rear fender on next. And then I believe these will catch right, I guess, to this bottom one. Switch back to our 5 hex. Ooh. And same thing over here. Alright, for this rear rack, same thing as the fenders, real easy. We're just going to pop this out. This goes right here. Now the only thing is I'm going to do everything a little bit loose on the rack. Make sure it's all aligned and then tighten it down. And this is what I mean. It's a little off. We're gonna have to manhandle it in place just a little bit, but so yeah, I noticed this is pretty common with a lot of racks. It's always one or two of these just don't quite line up. You gotta bend a little force onto them. That's why I don't fully tighten it until the end. But we got everything on there now, and we'll tighten it in. All right, rack is on. Last thing here, we'll follow this cable. Maybe we'll zip tie it right here and plug it in. Zip tie, just so this doesn't end up in your spokes. All right, next we got pedals. Just about the last thing here. And trust me, especially on these budget bikes, you are going to want to use grease because these pedals will tear through that kind of like molded steel that's used on the cranks so quickly. So if you don't have a lot of grease on these cheaper cranks, they don't stand a chance. So make sure you, it's worth getting some grease if you're buying a new bike here. It's only like $3. All right, we're gonna finger tight most of it, and then I'll grab a pedal wrench for the rest. All right, final step. This is gonna vary from bike to bike, is plugging everything in. Like this doesn't quite reach, so we're gonna have to recable this a little. I also noticed these need to be tightened down, so go over everything. Don't trust that it came fully ready to go. Just take your tools, you've already been doing it this long, retighten everything down. It's worth it. You don't want to, I mean, even if it doesn't result in like an injury or something, it could wear down the bike faster if it's just loose and you're rubbing parts on parts. So we're going to go through, tighten all this stuff down, just go make sure every cable's connected, and then I promise you'll be ready to ride right after that. All right, we should be ready to take it out. Let's give this thing a try. Move up into class 2, and we're off. All right.